Transliteration is a fundamental and central component of my Chinese language. Chinese does not always translate directly, word for word, between Chinese and English. English speakers learning French, for example, can more often, but not always, rely on direct transliteration, as in, I want a book, je veux un livre, and I am ready, je suis prêt. But English speakers learning Chinese have a much harder time. Sometimes there is a fairly straightforward translation, as in, I want to go.
我想去.
But often there isn't, as in, I am ready.
我准备好了.
Sometimes there is just a difference in word order, and sometimes there is simply no reordering at all. So, my Chinese language will almost always describe a sentence by giving the colloquial English, Chinese characters, pinyin, and the literal English. Furthermore, we won't introduce a new word without having already introduced its component parts. You have already met one such, China.
中国.
This is actually a composition of the two words for middle,
中,
and country.
国.
These words will all be listed in the lexicon for this lesson, revealed by clicking on the Words tab. Here is another demonstration why we believe that transliteration is an essential component of any Chinese language learning course. Precisely because phrases, sentences, and concepts are often constructed quite differently in English, it will be difficult ever to move from one piece of learning to any related one. Let's explain. More than one language course out there will tell you how to order food at a restaurant. For instance, you might learn that to order roast duck you could say, please may I have roast duck? Now, you could learn this parrot fashion.
请来一只烤鸭.
But no way in a million years will you guess that the literal translation of the English is, wait for it, please come one measure word bird roast duck. Why come? What's a measure word? And actually, cow ya is actually two words, cow and ya, roast and duck. So what have you learned when just being given the translation? Not much, and just parrot fashion. And here are a couple of other examples. Are you hungry?
你饿吗? 你饿吗? 好久不见.
So we believe that as a learner of a second language, as opposed to a child growing up with Chinese as her first language, you will need to think in transliterated Chinese first, helping you on the way to thinking in Chinese vernacular, the ultimate stage of fluency. Oh, and by the way, transliteration is not actually the same as Chinglish, but there is inevitably some overlap.